Welcome to Down South Football Podcast, man. We had another great, wonderful football weekend, man. That's all I can say. Oh, I guess y'all see the little truck in the background. Jeff Collins, I already sent that one to Atlanta for you, bro. I really appreciate you. But your boy Renard Williams up in this thing, man. We got our boy at Chauncey Tuck. We got Ben Dennis, and we got at Dave DL Gardner 205, Mr. David Gardner. How y'all doing today, gentlemen?
Yeah, man, I don't know. Peace up, A-Town down.
Feeling great.
But that was a lot and a lot.
Yeah, man, a lot going on. That
it was a lot going on in that little statement right there, Tuck. What's up?
Peace up, A-Town down. That's all I got.
Okay, all right. Ben?
feeling good, feeling great, man. It was a year ago that this phrase was born. It was a year ago, right before the Wake Forest game, and lo and behold, who do we face this week? No more than Sam Hartman and the Wake Forest Demon Deacon. So feeling good, feeling great.
Dave, what's going on, brother?
I'm freaking terrible. The madness has to stop.
It has to stop.
It has to stop.
Yeah.
I don't know. We don't know what madness you're talking about, brother. You gotta tell us again. I don't know. Tell me.
Do I?
Yeah, you got to.
You gotta let me know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about.
I can't even wear my A&M stuff up here. I can't wear my A&M clothes, man.
Well, isn't homecoming this week?
Yes, man. I paid for my tailgate. I did all that.
I think we need to make an exception for you this week. That's representing your school. That's representing your school, though.
It is. I pulled the flag from on that side of the room. Put it on. I ain't wearing that till Saturday, dang it. And if they lose Saturday, guess what? I'm taking it all off on the 50-yard line.
Sir, will you be on the field? Will you be on the field Saturday?
I hit up. I got an AID. I texted today. I hadn't heard them back. I went to the website for media credentials.
Is it closed?
It says it's closed. So
okay.
I didn't really think about it.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about what I
pick it up. Just make sure you always do four. Always do four.
Yeah,
always do four. But anyway, back to the weekend. First of all, y'all already see in the background. Y'all see the U-Haul, man. Jeff Collins, man.
You ain't got to listen to no more.
And the AD.
And the AD. You know how
AD.
bad you had to be at your job to get fired with your football team? God, somebody. That means all your sports suck.
No, I'm about to say, was the basketball team that bad? I hadn't really paid attention to Georgia State basketball.
They made I think they made March Madness because they got Memphis old head coach. So yeah, I think they were doing pretty good. I can't remember the kid. Now he's not a kid, he's a grown man, but he's like a little boy.
Damn, I was pastor.
Thank you. Yes,
for you to get walked out the door with the football coach at the same damn, there's gonna be a lot of Atlanta references tonight. At the same damn time.
And Jeff Collins probably up there getting side eyed by his AD like this.
The truck is here.
Yeah,
and the truck once the truck show up, y'all already know it's really football season.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and get into a lot of stuff this weekend, man. I don't want your full long time. Just give me first impressions from this weekend. Go around the room. Start with Tuck.
Pretty much expected. What we talked about during the prediction show. We didn't see the Jeff Collins thing, of course, but where I'm at with probably with Oklahoma. Getting defeated at home. Didn't see the little man, the little apple, the little tiny Manhattan Apple Wildcats coming up with a victory over the Oklahoma Sooners. I didn't see that coming, but
bro, that's really they bugaboo. Like,
yeah,
really they bugaboo. Like at this point, it's like you can't even say it's shocking. Like they done lost to them enough time. That's really they bugaboo.
But Dave, didn't we tell them last time about when we just talking about Kansas State?
Mm-hmm.
Kansas State been doing this.
Yeah, that's why I said that's really they bugaboo.
Remember, last year you made the point that they beaten Oklahoma like the last 3 or 4 years or something like that.
Yeah, this time I kind of gave him the benefit of the doubt because Venables was there, the defense was playing a lot better. Offensively, they were blowing people out, and they did have slow starts, but this game they didn't even start at all. It was a terrible issue. That's the only reason why I did not want to bring that up about the past, but Kansas State is still their bugaboo. I think it's like 4 straight wins against Oklahoma now.
This is crazy. 3 out of 4, I think.
3 out of 4, yeah, something like that.
We're gonna get there. Yeah. Then quick first impressions.
My first impression is Kansas, man. They still rolling. They 4-0. And then when you look at the way the Big 12 is looking, man, Kansas, you got to put them in the conversation.
They still shaking on D. That's a whole different story.
Yeah,
everybody out there shaking on D. So
not everybody, but Jalen Daniels did look good. Dave, what you got, bro?
Stop jersey and helmet watching, then watch football. Yeah.
No, we're not overlooking Adrian Martinez. We just not at that game yet.
Yeah.
We got you, Aaron. We're gonna get there.
He was happy to be about Lincoln.
Hey,
God damn it! It wasn't my fault, as Adrian Martinez said. It wasn't my damn fault.
Yeah, but I'll check him again in the next week or two. I know. I ain't gonna say nothing. First impression is that kind of where they went a little bit is my first impression. Something we'll hit on later on is that we didn't get a lot of preview shows in and stuff beforehand. Life happens. Apologize. That's why we need y'all to subscribe on YouTube. Okay, subscribe on YouTube, but. Most of the part is about the transfers and how the transfers are going to have a huge impact going forward. Upsets are not going to be upsets, guys. This is going to be the norm because you got a lot of talent floating around. What we know is names. So that was my first impression of looking at a lot of stuff, starting with a lot of different teams. Like, oh, this team played this team close. It's kind of like helmet watching, but you can't helmet watch, man. Y'all got to look at these rosters, man. Some of these folks got 20, 30 transfers in. The swap teams,
with people that we know, when you're watching them, you like, oh yeah, that is Buddy from like when we talked about a couple weeks ago with Marshall, and I was like, hey, I'm like, Dave, that's LeBron. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, that's LeBron. It's just like some of these, like all these moving pieces, like you're saying. I mean, a lot of these rosters got people that you know.
I mean, look at Penix. Look at Penix out there in Washington. He don't look the same damn quarterback.
Exactly. Right. I didn't even know he was out there until they played Michigan State.
They leading receivers a transfer too. So it's like you gotta pay attention to what's going on, not just going by the helmet, because you got more people that have been moving around. If you need a reference point, you can go to the little transfer portal website. Every one of the major websites got like 247 Rivals, all of them, they got one. You know what I'm saying? They have actual Twitter accounts now, like the transfer portal, and they tweet every day. Those things are great. But give a shout out to all those people, man, and everything that's going on. But y'all already know. Look. We're going to start this out real quick. Where you at? Where y'all at? I didn't even know where some of y'all at. Where you at is a segment that we do. Basically, just talk about whatever you want to talk about. Give everybody a couple seconds, couple minutes to say what they want to say, who they want to call to the front. Call to the front, tell you where you at, what's going on. So, let me see. Who want to go first? Who want to go first? I will.
We already know what it is. Yeah.
No.
Bruh, y'all look, y'all already know. Y'all
I gave them that last week, and we saw them the job that they did. But for me, I just want to say, where you at, Tennessee defense? I'm expecting big things from y'all. Y'all looking good on offense, but that defense,
they ain't never been there.
But that defense is like, where you at? It's like, bro, y'all had that game for a little bit in tow, and then it was just like y'all let my man just get loose on y'all to the point where Florida almost pulled this out. So Tennessee, man, tighten that D up, Tennessee, man. I want y'all to pull something off in a couple weeks.
Hey, Ben, we talked about that preseason. That's their whole problem. It's on the other side.
I know. And I'm like, dang, I thought it would have just a little bit Tennessee. Just tighten it up.
I got you. I think Dave don't want to go next, but I'm gonna go ahead, Tuck. This is gonna be a good one.
Where you at, Gene Chizik? Notre Dame scored 45 points. Notre Dame scored 45 points this weekend, Gene Chizik.
Didn't he break the 50? At least they broke the 50-point streak, right?
Yeah. But the thing is, Notre Dame been struggling on offense, and I was like, Gene Chizik is going to step it up, and I thought Gene Chizik defense is not going to step it up yet. They're going to slow down this Notre Dame. They're not going to slow down. Notre Dame was not good. But they made them look so great this past weekend, scoring 45 points, and I was just like, I thought the D was going to step up. UNC defense did not step up. It's terrible. So, where you at, Gene Chizik? You finna be. You finna be on Lake Martin. That's what you finna be. You finna back on Lake Martin.
Well, that's what he wanted to be anyway.
Yeah, exactly. So
Mac bothered that man.
no, he was in there chilling in the studio. Now Charlotte, even to go back to Charlotte.
But you know what though, chilling in the studio and got those two restaurants down in Auburn. Got money coming in. Got everything. I guess he just had that itch, bro. Go be an analyst. I'm not hating on you, Gene. I love you. You're a good guy, but you're a God-fearing man. But yeah. I'm gonna give you a little bit of time because you walked into that situation,
right?
And Arian, we don't even want to talk about how they messed up the money.
Yeah, that damn
man.
You talk about a last second touch, boy. I tell you, me,
Dave, where you at? All on you, brother.
I'm going to pose that question, not necessarily to me. I'm going to pose that question to the helmet decals of Grambling State University. Where y'all at? If y'all didn't know, I was watching Grambling play this weekend, and it didn't dawn on me that they had freaking all black helmets. I thought it was a new look. So I'm just scrolling through my phone. Hugh Jackson said, we're not going to put on the Grambling logo anymore. The G. Because we're not playing like Grambling men. We're not playing like Grambling
G.
I like that.
You got to earn the G.
You got to earn the G.
And then they went and laid an egg. So that shit clearly didn't work.
Go back to the motivation day.
Go back to the drawing board.
Dave. It's our boy. Hey, we got our boy Annie here from the Golden Boot Pod, man. And
I guess they thought they were gonna slip by me. No, I got all the ESPN pluses. I watch it all.
Plus.
Hey, I saw them daggone black, them ashy black helmets.
Oh my God!
And some great broadcasts on HBCU also.
They built them nicely up though. I thought it was a new look.
They had to buff the glue. They had to buff the glue from where Hugh
where it was.
Give that damn G. Give that G. You ain't gonna get no stripes. Give me a black helmet.
So that's
my God. That's your way in.
That's it, man. I'm trying to find them decals, man. I gotta find them decals.
You gotta find out where they put them at.
You gotta find it.
They down there somewhat deep ducked off.
Hey, and said, don't mess with it. We already know how you feel about that band, so I'm gonna leave that alone. I know how you feel about them. So.
Yeah, I'm saving that to when I go on their show.
Hey, look, I had a great time in Grambling last year when I was down there.
We know, man. We know.
I had a great time.
We know.
Nobody goes to a Grambling.
And said their helmets upgrade from their suits.
You ain't lying, man. I was sweating.
I like the suit. At least had the G on it.
I like the suit.
He was like,
I like the suit in October, maybe later October, maybe.
But the suit had the logo on it.
They gotta earn their G's,
they gotta get their G's back there. They gotta get their G's up.
They like lasagna, G's moving silence.
At the pace that things are going, they will get that G back in not this Saturday, but probably the following Saturday.
I feel you. Sean says, where you at Wisconsin office week? Hey, bro, it don't matter. Then we tell y'all don't get too hyped on Wisconsin, dog. Oh man, I got so many places I can go to where you at. I swear for God, I might need pro seconds. But where you at? All your Mel Tucker lovers.
Ooh, boy.
They was riding high.
Where you at? Because here's the thing. I'm not down on Mel Tucker, but the rest of y'all just tell you, man, this college football thing is just like America. Boy, they wish you today and they throw your ass away tomorrow. That's all. No, that's all it takes. So when y'all be talking about coaches, y'all talk about hot names and all this other type of stuff. See, if that doesn't mean the person didn't know how to coach anymore. But Mel Tucker. And guess what? Michigan State, if y'all want to get out of it, it's all guaranteed.
Can't do nothing.
Guaranteed.
So that's one on where you at, Mel Tucker. Where you at? But that before we get into the show, I just want to know where y'all at. Michigan State, talk to me. So see where we going to go, see what we got going on. So
hold up. Hey, Tuck.
Yo.
What is Missouri? Are they a Nike school?
They are a Nike school.
Do you think he had on Nike gloves when he tried to?
He did have Nike gloves on.
Let's talk about why he had on the gloves. Let's talk about that.
Let's talk about that because the gloves.
Why have gloves on?
I mean, to me, the adhesive is on the glove. Well, he switched over though. He tried to be fancy. All he had to do was just move. His fingers wasn't big enough. So they
why
just.
You trying to be fancy in that situation?
I know what I'm saying. Just go out of bounds, bro. Just take what you got.
Told us a long time ago, less is more.
More.
This I'm saying, like, what are you doing?
For my fans, wow, that is true.
Yeah, but Lane was not happy. Lane was not happy.
They had a bad turnout.
Well, they played. Who did they play? Renard.
I can't remember. Hold on. We got a 2022 appearance by somebody.
Nephew. Oh, we got 4 quarterbacks. Ain't got name quarterback. Ain't no quarterback. QB1. Trash.
Boy, so you saying where they at? Where they at QB?
Damon, this is for Damon. Damon, I was in your inbox. I told you what's gonna happen. Not on the Auburn game. The other game, we're talking about that.
Oh, well, let me tell y'all about your brother Dave, though. Let me tell you about neither. Anyway, let me tell you about your brother Dave. Brother Dave, Auburn got a 14-0, and I was packing for my gig that I had this weekend, and Dave said, "Man, y'all look good." I said, "Dave, they gonna end up probably tying this ball game up or losing." And next thing you know, what happened? Man, get out of here with that official
big game Jimbo, Dame. I don't Jimbo.
Hold on. Since you brought that up, since we just bouncing around, let me look. Don't talk to me about no big game Jimbo.
No.
Let me go and just put it out there. Congratulations, Dave, because I think Dave picked Texas A&M, right?
I was the only one picked Texas.
You have okay.
Yeah, he was the only one to pick Texas A&M.
My other where you at was KJ Jefferson in the goddamn goal line. That's where you at.
It should be where you at.
You cannot be like leaping from the 4.
From the 4 dog.
And
come on, man.
First down.
And can we stop putting the fate of these games in these kickers' hands when we don't have to?
Hey, Ben, that was
we don't have to.
Ben, they gonna
lose another one where you at.
Yeah.
like when it's one thing if you have when you don't have to.
Ben, they gonna listen to us one day. They gonna listen to us one day, Ben. They gonna listen to us.
Field goals and free throws. I've been saying it for years, man.
Putting these games in these kickers' hands. Stop it.
Doing it, man.
The numbers don't match up.
Stop.
This is how you know that things are bad because the Missouri kicker.
Oh my God!
Cocky Summer. I don't want to take no practice kicks.
But he's an All-American.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, All-American.
I told Dave when me and Dave were talking about it in the chat. I said, Dave, they said my man over here ain't doing no warm-ups. He just gonna come out ready. I'm like, Dave, what do you mean?
Hold on, he got. I forgot his nickname, Ben. I forgot his nickname. He got a nickname.
Thicker kicker.
That's it, right there. There you go.
Like they bragging on the broadcast, like, oh, he doesn't need any warm-ups. He just over there just ready. I'm like,
when they said that, it matched with the love of Jordan Hare and the awe of everything. I thought, this man finna miss it. This man finna miss it. And he missed it. He shanked it. He thought he had made it too. It was so funny. He thought he made it. I was like, bro, you missed that thing.
Even the damn quarterback come running out on the field like bro.
How'd you miss that?
Like, bro, he shanked it, bro.
Not the Auburn kicker, the Missouri kicker.
The Missouri kicker.
Like the one that missed a chip shot at the end. Look, this is one of them Saturdays I'm glad I didn't get to see everything live. know I was in Tuskegee. Y'all know that. You know what I'm saying? Tuskegee versus Allen. Shout out to Tuskegee, man. They got the win and everything. Hey, shout out to the Tuskegee Athletic Department for treating down South football with a great some great respect that weekend. Appreciate y'all. Auburn
Kicker has an excuse. The Auburn Kicker excuse is he has a torn ACL. He had a torn ACL last year, and he's still getting over it. He still will be drafted in the NFL draft. No matter.
Is he one of the brothers too?
Yeah, that's Daniel Carson's brother.
Is it any more on left?
No, that's
I
it.
think it's one. But I think he's young.
No, he's young. He's like
he's young. Okay.
He's like 12.
Yeah, he like 12, 13.
But that's the third one that have been there already.
It's second. It's just a second. It's just that all of them started all 4 years. No, he's talking about is this the second Carlson? I said the second Carlson brother.
Yeah, this is
Anders and Daniel. It's just that Daniel played all 4 years.
So long. I say he stayed there so long. That's I'm like.
Well, Anders been there for 5.
That's what I'm about to say.
That's what it was. Yeah,
and then next year McPherson will take over next year. That he's the younger brother of the Cincinnati kicker, McPherson. That wouldn't.
The Bengals.
Well, yeah, he's.
Hope he enjoys his life. That's a whole different story. But
where y'all think Brett Favre? Okay, well, go ahead. We're ready to the next one.
Brett Favre, he's getting his matters together, so he can.
Let's go around. I want to bring up some games that we predicted on Thursday in here.
Mm-hmm.
Right. What was that? What we got?
It was what it was.
Yeah, I was gonna want to roll with Florida.
I rolled with Tennessee. I really thought Tennessee was straight.
It was and then hook up. Ben already done called Tennessee defense on where yet. We ain't talking about the D right now.
Hendon Heisman hooker.
It's the same offense that we've been talking about for so long, man. Like that's they
almost 400-yard passing, another 100-yard rushing.
Let me tell you. Yeah. This offense is going to be special. Unfortunately, next year is just going to go down as what if these penalties drop. So, do you think now? Because in a couple of years, it ain't gonna matter.
I'm sure that makes Damian happy that Tennessee pulled it out. So Damian from Mr. Jocks 94.5, his prediction of 10-2 is still intact. 10-2 for Tennessee. He's been beating that Tennessee drum for a long time.
I think his L's is Bama and Georgia.
I don't know what his L's is right now. That's the thing about it. We back in somewhat of a parity. I love it. I love it. So this is where we is. So Arian said TCU SMU. We're not gonna talk about that game on this show. I'm just playing.
I mean, SMU, I thought they were going to come out with a little bit more push, with a little more flair, but Red looked like Gus. Big game Gus, and he folded like a chair.
Man, I'll be honest. I have no clue who's the front runner in the Big 12.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I mean. That's what I go back to my point about Kansas. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Ben, it won't be Kansas.
Relax.
It sounds like a bet. It sounds like a bet to me.
You want to put a little?
I ain't no bet talker, but that sounds like a bet.
I mean, you want to put a little?
Are we saying win it all and make it to the title game? Which one we doing?
What you trying to say?
I'm saying that Kansas gonna make it to the Big 12.
You know what? I'm bold with it.
Ooh.
How much?
I'm only going 5.
No. You gonna do a season bet? It gotta be more than 5.
I tell you what I do.
Okay.
I bet you old fashioned.
That'll work.
Now look, we trying to get him to cut back his drink.
Sorry about people. Y'all always talk about my apple juice. Testing out a new bourbon right now. You know what I'm saying? Drinking me a little Wild Turkey 101 bourbon. Shout out to Chris for putting me on another drink. You know what I'm saying? No crown here. Sipping it slow.
Chris,
no chaser.
What the hell are we doing?
I'm just sorry.
Hey, we went to a whole look at that
drink. Chris, who put you on that drink though? Chris, who?
Chris, Oregon Chris.
Oh, okay.
He a bourbon guy. He.
Yeah.
That's what he do.
It's Marcus Spears time. This was said.
Sorry, sir.
This must said wild
Turkey.
He did, and I was like, "He put you on Wild Turkey? That's the best."
What else is in there? Mad Dog 2020.
I told him I wanted to start a bourbon.
Alizé.
I told him I wanted to start a bourbon. Okay, you know what I'm talking about.
That's not a good start to bourbon, but okay.
That's more goddamn wine though.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. He tried.
You borderline.
I agree.
Borderline wine though. Jesus Christ.
I agree. He's trying to kill you, bro. He's trying to take you out, dog.
Man,
I told you a long time ago.
Nah, man, you gotta. We'll talk off, y'all.
We're gonna talk. We're gonna talk.
I give you some bourbons you need to try, but Wild Turkey 101. You could have got some.
You could have got Bullet. You could have did Bullet.
You could did
you could did something different,
brother. You could did E&J, and you would have probably been off better. You know what I'm saying? Irk and Jerk. You know.
I have a serious question. I just have one serious question.
Pappy, I heard.
And said, Chris ain't your homie.
No, you need better friends. I've been telling you that for a long time.
I mean, now that is true. You have been saying that. Now, Ben, I want you to think back through alcohol or whatever, just for a second, and tell me what has ever prospered from anything starting with the word "wow."
Wow. Not nothing. You know what I'm saying? But I'm sipping it slow, baby.
Wild Hours Rose.
that Wild Hours Rose with the ginseng used to hit.
Stop
anyway,
ginseng.
Wild Hours Rose with ginseng. They had got us a Wild Hours Rose with ginseng in it, bro.
Only you would know there's a Wild Hours Rose with ginseng. Only you would know that.
Yeah, used to hit. I'm just gonna leave it alone. Used to hit.
All right, now I'm bringing it back around to where we were. Okay.
24 to 48 hours. How long it last?
Oh boy. Okay.
I'll be back. Let me go find it.
Look, let's keep going around. We got Clemson versus Wake Forest. My where you at should be where them DJU haters at. Where you at?
He stepped up, man. He stepped up. He stepped up, man. And a lot of people, a lot of haters on his back about a couple things. You know, have the consistency part for one. He did pretty good. They say being drink like a college freshman.
Hey man, look. But what can you say about DJU, man? I mean, he had to step up in that game. 5 TDs. Look, Clemson is if he could continue to do that and play like that, Clemson gonna be right where they need to be.
I got you. I just can't stand how we dog these people. We dog DJ for a long time.
We did.
And he have a pretty good game, and then it's like
disappears. You know, everything.
And I think Bernard, that's to your point. It's like the consistency. If you gonna talk about the kid when doing bad, make sure you talk about him when he actually pulled his out like he did in this game, man.
That's all I want to know. That's all I want to know. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just want to talk about DJU. Like, hey, the man lost a Dr. Pepper commercial. I mean, the man lost his sponsorship. He lost all that. And, you know, they talked about the mental issues he had going on with everything. And it's like, if he turns the corner, what does this make Clemson?
A contender. Put them in the playoffs.
It makes them number 2. It makes them number 2. Listen,
right now,
you know, I'm not doing the being. I'm not doing the being.
Yes, I know.
But I'm also going to in the comments, like, is there any concern about Clemson defense? Because I thought that was the strongest part of Clemson team. You know, because I'm not a fan of the offense at all. Yeah. Defensively, I thought they had guys that could fly all over the field and make plays, but dang it, you just gave up like 40, 50 points.
Yeah,
they missing some guys in the secondary right now that's out.
Yeah, and Xavier didn't play either, right?
Right. And truth is, Sam Hartman is one hell of a quarterback.
I mean, Sam is that guy now. Yeah, but I ain't seeing Sam burn me like hitting. I ain't seeing that. I mean, I don't know. That's why you play the game
every week.
Yeah.
Who they got this week, Ben?
Us.
We got Florida State.
Oh, my bad. I apologize. I didn't know.
Like I said,
and we got to give. Yeah, I know this is dangerous. We got to give Florida State their props because Florida State is being talked about across.
Very dangerous.
I'm just saying they're being talked about across the country by a lot of people.
They need to be because to be honest with you, they're the team that's like. They can say, "Hey, are they back?" This is are they back type team. You're looking at across the board. They're good on offense. They're pretty consistent on offense. They're consistent on defense. They're consistent on special teams. Across the board, they're way better than a lot of teams that have been playing thus far. This is going to be their test. It's just another test. Let's see if they pass it.
This 3-game stretch. We got Wake, NC State, Clemson, no bias. We got them all straight. So we'll find out whatever we're going to find out in the next 3 weeks.
But when I'm looking at the eye test and I'm watching the game, and this is no fan, this is just straight football. They look like the most polished team of the 3. I mean, really, they look polished on offense. I mean, they was literally, and we normally struggle with freaking Boston College. And they look polished how they move the ball. I mean, but they should look polished. I mean, you got the same quarterback. Everything is the same. You just added in some new pieces, so they should look polished.
Right.
Yeah, Jordan Travis.
Jordan Travis played. He played Saturday. I mean, I won't say he's 100%.
Yeah, he ain't 100%. But the good thing is they haven't been running him as much this year. So, and as we see, Wake defense ain't gonna be the one that tests that out like that. But against NC State, that D line for NC State and that D line from Clemson. Yeah.
Wait Forward D line ain't no joke either though. I mean, Wait Forward D line they can put pressure on you too.
Right. Switching around a little bit, we'll hit everything. Y'all know this is a recap. This is what we're doing. So, USC, Oregon State. Did Oregon State surprise you?
No. It's in Corvallis. The game was in Corvallis. It was a away game, and it was a it was an environment. I'll put it like that. It wasn't the Oregon State is going to show up because right now USC is probably the front runner to win the Pac-12. So right now, everybody in the Pac-12, they're going to get their best bet. And USC doesn't have to play Oregon this year. So
that's going to be my next question. Do they got Oregon on schedule this year?
No, Oregon's not on their schedule this year.
We're going to talk about, Kayla Williams, got to give them, when we give them praise, we got to let them know what's up. 16 of 36 for 180 yards and 1 TD. And then USC didn't have a touchdown until the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
We're going to call Spain.
You got to survive. You got to play to survive.
But maybe this was their test.
What I've learned too is that they say that Oregon State is like one of the best secondaries in the nation.
Yes, I
didn't know that.
They got 2 guys, first or second round projected right now. Yeah. So, and then they got some good DBs, and that's like they got some dogs back there. Yeah.
Remind you when people were sleeping, we was already talking about Cincinnati last year and their DBs, and nobody else was talking about it.
Right.
Nobody want to give Sauce his props, but
Sauce been balling in the league too.
Even balling in the league too. I mean,
that is crazy about the turnovers though. Yeah, they made about a skin in their teeth. And also speaking, it's not skin in the teeth, but it's a lot of people were shocked about, to our point about helmets, Georgia and Kent State.
Okay, Georgia's bored. Look, guys. I mean, because I think
people said they bored.
They bored, bro. I mean, look, people was all harping because Stetson Quavo, he threw a pick. Quavo the 4 threw a pick.
They like shocker.
I mean, bro,
he come with the hate. They
bet they're like shocker.
I know, right? And
from now on, everybody's in the audience. Every time they start talking about Stetson Bennett, this is what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, he just gonna leave.
He's just gonna do that all the way to the national championship game.
I know, man. All the national championship game. That's what's gonna happen.
So Dave, you wanted to leave with Howard? You wanted to just leave with?
I'm gonna do it all the way to the championship game until you meet a real quarterback off the West Coast.
Oh, there he go. So he already projected. If you ain't learned nothing in this season yet,
Kayla Williams,
do not project. I would not project past October because it's about to get real. Now we're about to really ramp up. With October, man. Y'all already know what's about to happen.
That's for sure.
But go ahead with your Georgia point. I apologize, sir. Go ahead.
All I was just saying was they were just bored. I mean, they could just show up. They could have just showed up against Kent State and never got stuff done. But hey, what happened when the game started going on? It was 11 o'clock kick too. Man, please, that boy wasn't ready. Them boys that had waffles and pancakes with blueberries and shit in there.
Now you're making too many damn excuses now.
My man, I'm just saying that boy. They don't care. They don't care. They came out to play and they eventually pulled away, and the rest is history.
Texting folks doing the show now. That's what y'all do.
No,
not you. I'm talking about somebody else.
Let me look at Jordan. Who they got next week? They still gonna be bored. They got Missouri this week.
Oh, they ain't gonna be bored. They gonna have them pads off by halftime.
Well, it's a 6:30 kick. So to your point, it's 6:30 kick.
Is it in Missouri?
It is in Missouri.
Like Dave, I've always said. Dave's always said, ain't that the school that got the little track to go around their stadium?
And nobody want to play there, man.
And then he said, ain't nobody want to play in that school. Watch out.
It's not on
nighttime in Columbia, Missouri. Watch out for nighttime in Columbia, Missouri. Strange things have happened. And they have.
Hey, 11 around probably late October, that 11 o'clock early game in Missouri, man. Nobody want to play that, man.
Come on, when the fall really hit, bro. When that fall really hit.
Florida played up there 1 year, and don't nobody want to play that game. Don't.
Okay, look. Okay, here we go. No, I'm trying not to say it, but yeah, I'm being a dream. Look, let's just go ahead. We're 37 minutes into this show, so y'all want to talk, huh? Because y'all just want on Sunday. I said we were gonna put some rumors to rest. So let's talk about it. Go ahead and talk about the debacle. And boy, let's talk about Mizzou and Luther Burden saying I'm about to go into the transfer portal in the middle of the damn season.
What?
The one of the top wide receivers in the last class, they biggest target, 5-star, everything. Yeah,
literally their biggest target.
Yeah, he about to go into the portal, bro.
Well, they haven't been throwing the ball though, so that's a problem.
And that was a definite problem Saturday. He looked like.
And the starting running back
Missouri had a problem Saturday.
They did.
Hold on, Dave. I mean, Dave. Let's just talk about
rumors right now, Dave.
Let's talk about the rumors in the room. Let's talk about Mizzou. Let's talk about Mizzou and Auburn. So we go ahead and get this out the way because I know a lot of y'all waiting to hear what we got to say, but it ain't gonna be what you think it's gonna be. First of all, number one, but I will put it to you like this. Let's start with. I want to start with with Ben and David in the room. I just want to know, after seeing the two worst teams in the SEC and putting football back 30 years, with bundles and everything, I just want your state of where you are, and then I'll address some other things. We'll address some other things. How about that?
With Auburn, I just truly want to know: is Robbie the answer, or is there anybody else?
There is no answer.
Because Robbie is a hell of an athlete, and I know we know people. He is a hell of an athlete.
But man, it's not about that, Ben. It's not about that.
I'm just trying to tread lightly.
No, don't, Ben. Look, there's no tread lightly. Please trust me. There's no tread lightly. There's no nothing. It's just this is unabated truth.
It was a lot of throws out there that I'm just like, man, you got guys not necessarily running open, but you got throws that are there that need to be made. And if they are made, this game is not 17-14.
True. I'm with you on this. I will say this. Like, I think Robbie, it's like when it comes to Robbie, I think it's just added on to all the other stuff that was already on top of it. And I think he is still basically a freshman.
True. Because he didn't play at Oregon at all.
This is first game starting.
Right.
And yes, he's gotten a whole lot better. And I think he's going to continue to improve. But I don't think he's going to be like, I think the problem is that all the pressure is on him just because of the situation that Harsin is in. And
not far.
Is Harsin over? Does he have anything to do with the play calling?
Yes.
So let me just ask y'all this: why is it that we have these long spells and these long drives where Tank never touches the damn ball.
Do you see our offensive line?
I watched that. That was my first time sitting down watching it Saturday, and I was like,
Dave told y'all, because I like to say stuff impartially. Dave told y'all.
Like I'm like, because it's like you got series where this is your. I think back to when we had Cook, and it's like even though the line wasn't good, you still somebody got to.
It's something behind. Dave, you listen to your speaker.
I mean, I've been listening to it the whole show.
I don't know what happened.
It probably was a lab. Your internet probably jumped in front of you. Well, got back.
I'll log and come back in. By that time, Ben should finish talking.
I guess my point is, I think about when we had Cook, even though the line was terrible, we still fed him as much as possible. There was never. I guess I'm trying to make my point is there was never a time where you didn't see Cook on the field, right? Unless he was just completely hurt or dog tired. Like I'm watching Auburn, and there are series where he's not even out there, let alone getting touches.
That would be the case if he was running for 200 yards.
Yeah, that's the thing. Auburn now is down to their fourth string center. I heard that Brandon Council is now the center now, so that means Jaleel Irvin will probably move over to the right guard position. And I don't feel no better from him being center than him being a right guard. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. If your offensive line can't get no push, like for example, the 4th and 1 call, I think that was a coaching mistake. I don't blame because I know what our talent level is on the offensive line. When you call a launch play for Tank to launch himself to get the first down, and our tight end does not get off his out of his stance, our right tackle gets blowed up. Our left tackle is blocking down and cut blocking. Tank got hit 4 yards deep in the backfield before he could even jump.
And Tank is, and we got to stop this. Like Tank is one man.
Yeah,
1 against 11 ain't gonna never damn work.
Ever.
I don't care what. I mean, we talk with just football now. I mean, this is just football. Like 1 against 11 ain't gonna work. If I'm a defensive coordinator and I'm watching film, nobody scares me except 4 and 27.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's just calling a spade a spade.
9 in the box, 10 in the box, and you got to beat me throwing.
So, Dave, what you got, dog?
So, what was the original question?
The original question, I said we were just talking about the game. We just give me what your thoughts. I mean, your state of where everything's going on.
Okay. I'm not going to address Missouri. I think that what I saw from Missouri is what I kind of expected. Mm-hmm. Outside of when they first came from the Big 12 into the SEC, I mean, it's kind of been what they are. Right,
but they had won the 2 SEC championship games, though.
They did. That was early.
Well, Green Beckham.
I mean, that's more than Texas A&M's been to.
Yeah, you went there.
I mean, it is. I mean, no.
It's more than Kentucky's been to.
That's true. I mean, again, they came out the Big 12, and I have some people that argue me down and say the teams that are coming out from Big 12 can't compete. But that's neither here nor there.
Yeah.
What I'm going to say, I'm going to make 2 points. Auburn family is going to be rough. It's going to be a rough year. But I think that, in my opinion, this is just my unbiased opinion. I don't have a dog in the fight either way. I think you're going to have to find the right coach for your culture. That's number 1. And number 2, if I'm Robbie Ashford, I'm trying to touch bases with Malik Cunningham as soon as possible. And I say that here's why. I saw that same raw, talented kid in Louisville about 3-4 years ago. Let's say about 3 years ago. Same thing.
Terrible offensive line.
Same terrible offensive line. Same super athletic. I mean, we know you got an arm. He just couldn't put it together. You got a starter in. It started to get hurt. And he come in and there's a position battle and this, that, and the other. And he fought through it. He did what he needed to. He got in. He grinded. He got better. So it's one. Some people are going to jump on Robbie. He this, he that. And now he's not a quarterback. He's not this. listen, and this is talking to Robbie. If this is what you want to do, I need you to get next to some folks that have done this. And I know one kid that has done. I don't know. You look up Malik on Instagram, try to connect to him.
Right.
You have to get in there and hone your skills, because if he can put the other stuff around his athleticism, it's going to be crazy.
That's why I said you talk fast this Saturday.
And if you have a coach that fits the culture plus what he can potentially bring to the table, it could be a problem a few years down the line. But it's going to be a few years down the line, and that has to be you have to accept that. That's
you have to accept where it is with everything. And also the whole thing is like, there's scenarios right now, like a lot of people, like Auburn has always been this place where, they've always had talent to compete. Mm-hmm. And right now, I mean, just calling a spade, they don't have it in crucial spots. So it's not like what? Yeah. I mean, just calling a spade. I mean, you're not as talented as you have been in previous years in certain spots. And unfortunately, those spots are showing. Not saying the guys are not great teammates, not saying anything like that, but the overall talent and ability of them is not where it needs to be. I told you, it was a whole storm. You know how sometimes you be sitting at home, you look at the weather and you be like, how the hell is it gonna snow tomorrow? It's like, how is it supposed to snow tomorrow? It's 70 degrees outside, but it's like things have to come together to make that front move, to make the weather happen and make everything to where it's cold. That's the same thing with where they at right now. That's what they got to do.
One thing I want to say too is that outside of Alabama, because they've been the most consistent.
What's up, Justin?
And then now you got Georgia. Every team has gone through this. You know what I mean? The spotlight is being shined on Auburn, but the truth of the matter is, two of the teams I've cheered for, Alabama A&M has gone through this. Florida State has gone through this. I mean, Florida State had a coach that was there for a season and a half. They freaking fired him. Then you had Mike Norvell come in. Same thing. Hell, we just lost today in Jacksonville State last year. They wanted to hang him. But you have to. I'm not saying stay with Harsin. I'm saying you find a coach, and if it could be Harsin, I don't know. But they have to realize, and I think it gets over exaggerated because of who's 45 minutes from us.
And that's what I'm about to say, Dave. The biggest problem is that team up in West Vance. They're dominant. They got juggernauts. And then you gotta understand it's Alabama with your biggest rival. They're doing great. Then you got Georgia, which is your other rival, your cross division rival. They got their stuff together. Right. Then you Auburn fans are upset. Then you have Tennessee. Tennessee is taking off right now. And then you got I don't know any other team right now. Like
how many years was Tennessee down?
Forever.
And forever. I'm about to say you talking about.
And then the thing is, it's not over with. You can't.
We don't know if they really up for real.
Right. And today, that Florida win for them was one hump, but can they?
The barometer is Alabama. They got both. The pendulum is going to be that you got Alabama at home. Mm-hmm. What is you going to do? Are you going to make yourself be a contender for the SEC, or are you just going to be like, okay, it's just going to hold par?
I have a question. And I mean, it's not even really a question. I know how I feel about it, but like, I think we just got to talking about in society, like how everything is an instant reaction. Okay. Mm-hmm. Everything is instant reaction. We want to fire this person this week. We want to do this and do that. But do we want to know where the scenario actually is with, and I'll just address it. I'll do it. Forget it. With Harsin and everything else. The problem is that now I'm gonna tell you the biggest problem. The biggest problem that you got the national media has picked it up. Yeah. And even listen to our boy Dukes had a conversation. Well, not a conversation. Listen to him on his show, and of course we know some things that we don't ever say on air because we don't want to violate anybody's private stuff. Right. But what he's saying is like he said, like, what do we have? Where do you go? What do you do? Because right now the narrative is already built up where we're not even talking about football, and we're not even talking about where this team was when Gus left to where they are now. And there was a guy today, I heard him today, as I was out traveling, and the guy on the radio said, you know what? I don't know what's going to kill it for not being 3 years with Harsin and everything else. The problem is that it's just like if you got bad management. If you got bad management, you got a bad team.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? The team is not going to follow it. And it's going to be one of those things going forward where Auburn's going to have to make some decisions. And when I mean Auburn, I'm talking about the whole thing. I don't care if it's Harsin. I don't give a damn if it's Urban Meyer. I don't care who it is. Y'all got to make some decisions going forward of what you want to do and how you want this thing to go. And I think every team, including Ben's team, Dave's team, everybody's team has come to this point. It's like you got to do a little bit of soul searching. Last year, Mike Norvell, like, man, they hung Mike Norvell out to dry. Right. And that's why you got to block out the noise. Do I think Harsin is going to survive? Right now, I'm 50-50 because of some things I just heard. But I'm not 100% sure of how this is going to go. But bottom line is, it don't none of it look good for the greater good. That's the biggest thing. It's like, okay, you fire him and bring this coach. If I'm whoever y'all trying to go after, why do I want to go there when y'all just bought out Gus? Y'all just try to tell the man that he screwed this. He screwed this lady.
Don't talk to him. Don't do
it. Why would I want to go there?
That's what I'm trying to.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, of course, you'll get somebody that want to move up and get an opportunity. Like, why would I want to go there right now? Like,
I used to have an argument all the time. I'm like, y'all keep talking about firing. I'm like, who's coming?
But here's the thing, though.
You know what I'm saying?
Here's the thing, that they will find an Auburn person that's willing to come. And if it's not Jeff Grimes, if it's not Mike, not Mark, if it's not Mark Kelly, yes, that name got thrown around. Are you serious, guys? It's gonna take a lot. It's gonna take a lot of these. Yeah, I mean, but rightfully so, though, Omar. I mean, rightfully so. I mean,
he was there. That's why he said
the product that we are putting on the field is not good.
It's not.
You know,
and that's the point I'm saying. Tuck, if Harsin let go, I want it to be because of the 7, 8, 9 coaching things,
right?
People are talking about, not because of the other stuff from the outside. And like you said, I know people want us to spill all the tea. We can't spill all the tea on everything. We can't do that.
No, and the thing is, when we see, shut up, Ed. Well, the thing is, when we see, he beat LSU and he beat LSU in Death Valley.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I mean.
No.
Say it, Dave. You know this DSL podcast. We real on here. Say it.
Shit. I mean, what other option you really got?
I mean, the only thing, like I said, they want an Auburn guy. They want somebody who's tied to.
Hey,
qualified Auburn.
What about Knicks?
That's not us.
That's not us. Well, who about Knicks? Knicks who?
Central Feeder City.
Patrick, the one who's coaching high school right now?
Yeah.
Man.
That mug got the personality of a damn mushroom.
You know?
I mean,
if a dog
at this point, I mean, I'm just saying.
Man, please. And look, here's the thing. There would never hire. Unfortunately, the Knicks family would not probably see Auburn family like that. For what Bo went through, that will never happen.
Oh, well, I didn't think about the Bo. I mean,
yeah. We keep hearing about Bo. I mean, what Bo went through, no, it's not gonna fly.
Here's the thing about it. This is what I want people to do. I want people to take individual parts of this. So right now, we're seriously let's just talk on the field. Mm-hmm. Let's talk about the zero adjustments that he's making. Mm-hmm. The play calling. What's the stat that we said? You know,
0 for 16 on 4th down in the 4th quarter against P5 opponents.
Against Power 5 opponents. It's like, and then against other ones, you're like 11 for 53.
Yeah, that's bad, guys. That is.
But is it really? Here's the question. Here's the big question. He's not a personable recruiter. He's gotten better this year. He's gotten people on his staff to really help him. Mm-hmm. But it's like, we know there's one thing. One thing is that recruiting is the lifeblood of your program. And some coaches love it more than others. You can talk to coaches in the state. And even Dukes was talking about it. You're talking coaches in the state. talk to like the top prospect in the state. Oh, have you heard from Kirby? Oh yeah, I hear from Kirby a lot. Have you heard from Nick? Oh yeah, Nick Saban always calling, personally calling. Have you heard from Harsin? Once or twice. He wants to take more, like Duke said, more of a CEO approach to recruiting, and that ain't.
He can't take a CEO approach to recruiting. You can take a CEO approach to play calling, designated duties, right. But when it comes to recruiting, these mothers want you to be there because they want trusting you with their kids. You know what I'm saying? They want to talk to you. And right. Him being a Midwest guy and him coming down to the South, that was another issue, and that's again, they're bumping heads because he's very straight up and down like 6 o'clock. I mean, this is what's going to happen.
Let me say this. I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm sick and tired.
Because I know we're gonna have some more talks about this.
Yeah, I'm going to say this. In the end, it comes down to fit, and it comes down to time, and it comes down to when things happen. Harsin would have been a good fit if they had been a good, clean break from everything, not firing a popular person coach, and everything else that goes along with it. The problem with most people is that they don't understand how Auburn is. And what I mean by Auburn, I'm talking about the university, I'm talking about the schools and how it goes. So you're not dealing with normal situations. So when you see college football writers about the stuff at Auburn, that's because they know about the stuff that goes on behind the scenes. Most people have zero idea what really goes on. And I hate to even say it sometimes because it's the most embarrassing, excuse my language, shit that you ever want to deal with. You're trying to build a football program. I'm not trying to build best friends. And until you want to get to a certain level, it's whatever. It's a lot, man. Some of y'all got to come to a realization that it ain't just about headlines. You got to talk to people who really know what the hell is going on.
Well, yeah. And Aaron, when I say Midwest, I don't think Boise could be West Coast, I guess, but it's not on the coast. That's why I just say it Midwest. But I'm just
leg Penn State game. You got 60 top recruits right there,
and then they can't do nothing. Yeah. Can't do nothing, and you got all these guys that's coming to this game for LSU for the Pink Slip Bowl. Well, except for it is going to be only one. Except it's only going to be one type of deal. So, Boise was never big on recruiting, but Boise was big on development. You know what I'm saying?
Let's do this. Let's seriously, because we're not going to let this show go right there right now.
Different.
We done did it enough. We'll do enough. We'll do a whole other episode about it. But guess what? Since Dave is still here. I want to talk about Alabama. You ain't gonna talk about A&M, Dave.
Come on, Dave.
Alabama
about the Bulldogs
versus the FAMU Rattlers.
Okay, we'll do this. Let's do this then. The people that's in the comments, give me your biggest disappointment in this college football weekend. Who was y'all biggest disappointment in the weekend?
While they're putting them in the comments, I'm gonna go ahead and talk while they typing. Because I'm gonna go first on the biggest disappointment. Bro, how you up 19-14 and then all the wheels fall off the wagon?
Single shot.
I mean, I appreciate the full screen because I really need it right now.
You need it right now, so brother. It's your time, Dave. Let them know.
My mic is muted.
I can't understand. We got all these transfers on defense. We starting a whole new 11. Nobody from last year. Shit, I think we need the one from last year. The one from this year ain't getting it done. How do we go from being up 19-14 to getting the brakes beat off us? I'm talking about Musa dropping back shoulders. He's dropping that thing in the basket, bro. And we just really get embarrassed. And I ain't even mad about the whole locker room thing. Hell, we probably should have told the locker room because that's the only thing we beat. Bruh. What's the locker room?
Bruh. Play my theme music.
Play my theme music.
Ain't got no damn theme music. I'm expecting to go to homecoming for the Ofa Bowl because you had Bethune coming. Bethune know what victory tastes like. So I don't know what Saturday gonna look like. This is a bunch of, bro. I'm honestly thinking we're probably gonna be, us and Alabama State included. We probably gonna be a 2-win. We might be able to squeak out 2 wins by the Classic, bro. This is terrible.
What time the game is Saturday?
It's no. I think it's like a 1 o'clock kickoff.
2 o'clock. Okay, like last year. Okay,
it's terrible. It's terrible. We can go to the comments now, man. I mean, I think I got it all out.
They want to talk about them Canes in Arkansas,
bruh. Hey. Look, I ain't gonna say, but told some things about Cristobal. I'm just gonna say Cristobal.
We all have about his.
Come on to the front of the classroom. You got this old paddle waiting on you, bruh.
Yes.
I was told some things about you, and I defended you during the summer. You said you can't coach for real. I'm just saying. Middle Tennessee, but before we get on Miami, shout out to Middle Tennessee State, Coach Stockstill, and all them guys up there. Because he told me, he said to them, they wasn't no upset.
Bernard, if you really want to go to a deeper stat, go dig. They have not beaten Middle Tennessee State at all in the time they've played each other. Middle Tennessee State is like either 3-0 or 4-0 against Miami. So it's like that makes it even worse. Like this ain't even like this was a quote unquote. Look, there's a lot I could say. I'm not even.
No, I think Arian said it best.
Is that's what I'm about to say, Aaron. It's like the fact that this man got benched in this game, and you got some of their people that follow the program that's like, man, you can't judge off about what we doing in the non-conference. Bullshit. What you mean we can't judge what we're doing in the non-conference? You lose to Middle Tennessee State like this, and you got North Carolina still on your schedule. You got Clemson still on your schedule. Derek May is about to have a field day.
Well, Ben, you can't be mad at them because look what your T-shirt says.
Apparently, Hurricane fans, y'all didn't watch the podcast from last year. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, a lot of y'all did, but it's okay. But it's okay.
Hey, I mean, we
did this like they.
We said this, man. We said this about this, man. Like it wasn't looking strong. It wasn't looking strong. But Miami, you can't do what you did this weekend. But shout out to Middle Tennessee State because they
played though. No, like it wasn't even like this was like a slow grind. They had quite a few.
But the receiver was leaving their DBs in the dust, but
like it wasn't even close. That's what I'm saying. Like it wasn't even like this was a slow grind and loss. Like they had some explosive plays hit on them.
Exactly, and then Arkansas, you come to the front too.
And I got Texas next.
Arkansas, you come to the front too. KJ Jefferson, I told you was part of my where you at. I just want to know what do you. Shout out to Dave for picking Texas A&M. I know that's that Jimbo love in it. However, bruh, Arkansas, you was up. Those fumbles turned that fumble at the goal line, man. And I'm trying to figure out, please, do we need to play? Like, I mean, just where the hell was you jumping to?
Why were you jumping?
Why were you jumping?
You know, like why were you jumping?
You're 6'7", 250.
Yeah,
the football god said, "Let it be."
Let it be.
So
you are a man.
I can't let that one be. Just like y'all talk about Missouri guy. And my thing with the Missouri guy, just talking football here. If I'm the coach, me and you got to have a long conversation. What are you doing? Why never stretch the ball out unless it's fourth down, dog? Guess what? If you don't stretch the ball out, the ball is at the 2. Yeah, and you just gap them up the left side. You just gap them up the left side.
That's it.
If he just dives, it's still a touchdown.
He shouldn't have left his feet. He shouldn't have left his feet. He shouldn't have did nothing. He should have went out.
Now it's some Auburn fans that are pissed off that they won. I mean, they like let it go. Let it go.
The cut the payout the check payouts was ready to go. Apparently, they was ready to go because when the kicker missed that kick, a lot of people was upset. It really was. But my boy Barker just ran it in. Thank you. Oh, but anyway,
being talking about 1931.
Hey, it happened. You can't erase the history.
But look, man, don't bring up that deep of a year because you know what people can do as a counter and say Florida State wasn't even a boys' school right then,
and we weren't.
Dave, I got a question for you. Switching gears a little bit. Question for you, really for the group. Okay. So today, basically, Ohio State jumped Alabama in the poll.
Yes.
So how I know we're not big poll people.
No.
We get it, but I think this is part of the reason why that some of y'all say we don't need to have a poll till like week 5, week 6.
Well, just when the playoff poll come out, just bring that one out. We don't even need them before that
because everything is kind of very, very
knee-jerk
fluctuated right now. Are you cool with the fact of Ohio State
absolutely
jumping them?
Yes,
absolutely.
Good.
Absolutely. And here's why, though. I mean,
look more dominant, I guess. If you want to.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, then the fact that Texas lost to Texas Tech,
there you
that hurts that Alabama
resume.
Win. You know,
hurts their resume.
And even when you talk about the way that Texas game looked like
yeah, okay.
You know what I'm saying? It was a close, you know what I'm saying? It was a low scoring game. Looked at the way it looked.
But at the same time, the flip of the coin, you could talk about how Notre Dame looked against Ohio State.
Right.
So that was week 1. But I mean, to me, like I said, these polls don't matter, but they're just for the fans to talk shit and all that.
Right.
But what poll was it the coaches or the
I think it was AP.
It was AP. Okay.
I think it's AP.
I don't know because
I just saw it and I was like, okay, I don't know what poll. I don't really care, but
whatever. I mean, it's just like people hate Kentucky being a number 8, but
I mean, Tennessee's in top 10 now, so
it's not. I mean, it's like it's going to be fluctuated because people do instant reaction.
Right.
People do instant reaction. If it ain't Bama, if it ain't Georgia, it ain't Ohio State, people going to do instant reaction when it comes to these polls. The thing is survive and advance. That's where we are in football right now. You got to survive in advance, and you're not going to look great every week because what I've been saying forever, there's no preseason games. There's nothing. The only level of football where there is no preseason game. So it's going to have this like Tennessee fans are upset about the fact that it was on 38-33. And hell, when the last time you beat Florida?
Yeah.
Celebrate the fact that you beat Florida and you are 4-0. It's like we don't even care or care about teams winning anymore.
That poll doesn't, like you say, just
improve and win.
And I think that's the number, that's the main thing, especially this early on in the season. Until we get to where, because at the end of the day, the only one that matters now is the playoff poll. That's the only one that where you sit on that 3rd or 4th week in October when they released, the playoff committee's poll. That's the one that matters the most at this point.
Aaron said they didn't jump Bama in no poll.
Maybe they must just split the votes.
And maybe it was just a what's the name poll. Who knows? Yeah. Bottom line is who gives a what? My point is teams are going to continue to play different ways. Ole Miss squeaked it out against Tulsa.
Yeah,
but it go back to our original point. Stop looking at helmets. Look at the teams. Look at transfers. Look at where we are. A lot of these guys are just getting their feet wet, and it's going to be a real interesting October. And October
is going to be a real interesting October. Like I said, quiet as it kept, man. I'm really fascinated to see how the Pac-12 and the Big 12 play itself out. Because I really think they're the ones that's the most wide open. But I think we kind of know the way the Big 10 is more than likely going to wind up. The SEC still is a little questionable, but I'm really interested to see what happens in the Big 12 and the Pac-12 and how it plays itself out.
Where are we now? We talked about Michigan on the last show. Where are we on Michigan right now?
I think they're going to be undefeated till they face Ohio State.
Mm-hmm.
Do you
Who do they have prior to research department?
I got
I'm trying to remember. I saw it today, but I think they got. Do they have?
they got Penn State. Okay, I'm looking at it now. They got
Penn State.
They got Iowa, Indiana, and Penn State.
They got Iowa. They got Iowa this week at 11 a.m.
Where do they play Penn State?
At Iowa.
They play Penn State on the 15th.
Where?
At Michigan.
Yeah,
at Michigan. At home.
What?
And then they got Michigan State. They got the time to be in now. They got Penn State and Michigan State back to back at home.
I'm gonna roll with Michigan State in that game. I feel like this Michigan team will drop something like that.
Nah.
What did you don't like about the Michigan team?
I don't know, bro. I mean, they gave up more points than I thought they should have given up this week.
I mean,
exactly. Yeah, I get it.
I think they're gonna scratch and claw and fumble and bumble, and they'll be undefeated until they face Ohio State.
But I think it's one of the things like where this is real to me. I think this is what we really wanted, and we've been talking about football and getting the same old. Not saying they ain't gonna, you know what I'm saying, but right now you can't just say, "Oh, this is the most dominant team," because they done did it all the way ever. Like that's what I'm saying. We talked about the impact of the people being everywhere and who coming out of where. Because I'm telling you, like that Middle Tennessee State game in Miami was not an upset. That was a convincing, you know what? Like, that's just what it is. You got to team, like, look, shout out to James Madison moving up to FBS and then taking down App State. You know what I'm saying? Everybody wanted to love App State, but shout out to James Madison and what they've been doing at their level, man. Like, it's if you gotta love football. You gotta love football, man, because that's just where we are with everything.
And to Aaron's point, if you look at Bama's schedule for the next 3 weeks, they got Arkansas, Texas A&M, and Tennessee. So,
and you already know
if they're going to be,
they're going to try to bring it.
Yeah, if there's, I guess in this stretch would be if there's going to be a hiccup, so to speak, it would possibly happen in this stretch. But
GOJ, what up? Let me say, come with the top three. Everybody else not sure. But here's the thing about it. I mean, Dave, I already know Dave gonna pick Texas A&M when we do Texas A&M versus Bama. I already know that. But I mean, just being realistic. Do y'all think this tough stretch right here in October is really gonna define their season?
Yes.
Like,
who is there as in who?
Oh, he was talking about Alabama. That's what we were talking about. Yeah.
Okay. This tough stretch gonna define. Well, I'll go first. I always think that Alabama has two losses built in. And the reason why I say that is because if they, lose one on the other side of the conference and lose one in their conference, and they still go into the conference championship and still win, I mean, they're there. Hell, if they don't even show up to the conference championship, they go. So. I didn't mean for it to come out like that.
Yes, you did.
I did. Yes, you did. I think that the Alabamas of the world has a 2-loss cushion. When we're talking about getting into the top 4. Now, they have a 2-loss cushion when the Pac-12 don't have a outright champion. Then people feel like they can compete, and then you have the Big 12 is always up in the air too. But now that I think that I'm hoping that USC can do their thing and be a undefeated team coming out the Pac-12, then now Alabama don't get that 2-loss cushion. So,
does the parity help or work against them right now? I mean, if I'm just saying, if there's a loss, if I'm lost or whatever.
Right. See, I think that Alabama has one built-in loss, and that's in the SEC championship.
I think it depends on who the loss is to. Well, if it's Tennessee, if it's Georgia.
Well, see, you got to go back to my original statement. They get 2.
Right.
If you get 2 on the year where you don't have nobody else, you don't have nobody in Pac-12, you don't have no Big 12, so Bama gets 2. Now you might have a Pac-12, so Bama gets 1. If they're 1 against Georgia in the SEC championship, they get in. If not, if they drop 1 to Tennessee and to Georgia, then no. So this is not so the parity doesn't work towards Alabama this year. No.
I guess y'all just go. So y'all gonna text and ask me about where we feel about the Dion thing, huh? Okay, I see how y'all gonna go.
Who says about Dion? Who says about Prime?
I got a text message about it, which I want. So they want to know about how we feel about Prime and everything.
We can wrap up on now.
Yeah, we can wrap up on that.
Yeah. Prime doing what? Coming to Auburn?
I'm just tired of hearing it all.
No.
Hold on. This ain't a sliced bread situation, is it? And what I mean by that is what I mean by
I know what you mean. If you don't know who sliced bread is, I'm sorry, y'all didn't know.
It's like it got put out there, and then the shit got legs, and it's just been.
Well, there's been some national. There was people already speculating because people speculate hot names.
Yeah,
right. And when it comes down to, and then also you had Joel Klatt, respected national broadcaster, and then sit out there and said, "Hey, if you catch Joel Klatt on Fox on Saturdays, put it out there about it'll be a home run and that Dion needed to come to Auburn and all this and all that." And I'm like,
not gonna happen. It's
like, bro, I for two reasons. I wanted for two reasons not to even think about it. I would. Prime is straight. I mean, I don't have an issue with Prime, but Prime is also in something that I think is kind of a calling of his right now. I think that's his calling. Like it's not like he's trying to come up like a DC to trying to get a new job. And number two, it's like leave the man alone, let him build where he at right now. He's trying to prove something where he at right now. And I don't know, Prime might not want to be everybody want to say he wants to be a Power 5 coach. First of all, you're not gonna get to Auburn and get everything you want. You can go and hang that up right now. You're going to make some kind of until some major changes are made. And the Georgia Tech thing,
he could get it in Atlanta. He can get whatever he wants in Atlanta.
But still, but why though? We still don't. And I told y'all before, somebody gonna get mad when I say this. We have not seen Prime make proper adjustments in the third, fourth quarter in a pressure situation in that type of a game. We've not seen a lot of things with him. He is a great ambassador. He's a good coach. He's a lot of great things. But y'all just want to have y'all not learned nothing from hopping these damn hot names up? We go through this every year. Some of the best coaching is going on from coaching, not from what the name is. We go through this every year. And y'all go through the same names, and then they get recycled.
Here's the thing.
I can't see him leaving before his kids leave.
Here's the thing. This is where I think Dion. This is why I think Dion makes the impact at Auburn. Recruiting. We all talked about this. He would, and like Aaron said, he's a car salesman. He will get in there and he will do a great job. He will get these 5 stars. He would get these top 5 stars. He would get these 4 stars. He would get them. The thing is, who would come with Dion as a staff? That's what if Dion can put a staff together. That's a whole issue with everything.
I think that's the easy part because now he would be at an institution that can actually pay.
Right.
But I think from my standpoint, I think that everything that you said, Tuck, for once since we've been doing this show is true.
That was hard to say. And people, I'm not being.
Yeah, I don't know how that came out.
Yeah,
that must be some nice wine I'm drinking.
They must be. Oh,
you are drinking white wine.
Yeah, man. I think that honestly, it hurts me to really talk about because I'm so torn. Because I'm kind of torn between what Renard is saying and what Tuck is saying. Like Renard is saying, okay, yeah, this is your calling. But Tuck is basically saying that you come to Auburn, you can pretty much have any kid in America you want.
That's true.
That is true. I mean, there's no arguing that. That's true.
No arguing that at all.
But I'm saying that does your black card get revoked? Let's just go and be 100. Is your black card in the community get revoked?
Here's the thing. It wouldn't be fair. I mean, don't get me wrong. Hey, the Jackson State University deserves all what they've been doing, what Prime has done to this school to put the spotlight on HBCUs and on the whole landscape of everything. But however.com, the reason why I give it a 10% chance, and this is the only reason why I give it a 10% chance.
I'm at that 10%. I'm at that 10% higher.
And the only way I get a 10% chance is like he won't go. There's a recruiting. The recruiting in Atlanta is big, yes. But again, I always talk about the relationships with these sponsorships with these schools and these deals. Okay, Georgia Tech is an Adidas school. He won't do that. Yeah, they're gonna destroy him. I agree.
We're gonna record a show on this tomorrow.
And then Auburn, we got to. Right, we had to.
We might have to. Yeah.
And then with Auburn being an Under Armour school, it's a parallel. He won't have to go through contract negotiations anymore with a brand. The Under Armour is the brand for Deion Sanders right now.
Right.
But ain't y'all becoming a Nike school soon?
We don't know that yet.
That's what people want.
That's what people want. But see, that's what I'm saying. Like we'll go through that a little bit more in depth, but it's probably going to happen. We don't know when. We got to get a new AD first. That's the first thing that got to fall, because you got Charles Barkley, you got Bo Jackson, and you got all these guys that are Nike athletes.
Nike athletes.
School. So, right. But that's way down the line. We can talk about this all forever. But Prime ain't going to Georgia Tech just because it's an Adidas school.
We want the best for Prime. We want the best for Prime. I don't want, Prime's already catching a lot of crap now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's the reason why I think that, like I said, we can talk. I'll hold it later, but that's why
I want the best for Prime, but I also want the best for. How can you? It's almost like, Renard, I'm gonna sign a contract for you to build you a $500,000 house, right? And I'm gonna lay the foundation,
right?
And I mean, Tuck has already come in and laid the pipe, laid the ground. We got the plumbing in. I mean, I'm laying the foundation. Ben has come up and put the structure is there, and I say, you know what? I'm gonna go to damn Mount Brook and start building a house. I don't want to build your house no more.
I'm good. I'm good on your house. I'm out.
And that's
I live in it.
And that's the problem. That's the issue. But you got at the same time, most of these guys who do coach, in these HBCUs, you think they don't want to do better? Or you think these are lifetime deals that they want to do?
That's true. That's why we got to have this conversation.
That's why I had a conversation. We got to have
Prime is not your normal
guy.
HBCU coach financially.
Really? That's exactly.
So that's why I've always said that people say Prime ain't for the cause. I'm like, Prime ain't really trying to make no money for real, because he's donating his own freaking salary right now. So, right, yeah, I'm gonna digress until we have a show about it. So it's a topic we can't avoid.
It's not. We can't now. I mean, because
if I say something right now, our FCC license might get pulled. I'm just gonna say because it's deeper than what people really want to be. Want to say. And that's the whole issue right now where I'm at. The problem is that we're talking about this stuff, and y'all know we pro HBCUs on the show. We cover HBCUs. We know that, but it's not about that right now. It's about like the first when Deion came on, when they weren't even talking about him, he was a coordinator with his son. A few people was, but like when he came down, Jackson, they tried to make it like a clown thing, and there was a whole lot of like stuff that we could really dive into, but we ain't gonna do that right now. We ain't gonna do that right now because this is all about, we're talking about the actual season. We'll make a short about that. We'll make a short about that and some other topics. Is there anything else y'all fellas are still here? Y'all want us to hit on everything? I'm talking about in the chat. Anybody in the chat got anything that we did not get this weekend? Shout out to the teams that are doing well. Watch Minnesota. We already talked about Kansas. We shout out to James Madison, like we said. Who else? Who am I missing right now? Oklahoma. I think they still gonna bounce back to where they are. Trying to think of anybody else this weekend that was just like that, just kind of like put me in a good realm. Is there anybody else that y'all can think about?
No, I mean. You pretty much nailed everybody.
I think we got everybody.
Syracuse. Shout out to Syracuse too.
Syracuse.
Shout out to Syracuse.
As Dino says, the dome. It was electric. You know,
I'm excited. I'm excited for them. I really am.
Dino saved his job.
Blair Underwood, little brother.
Blair Underwood, he saved his job, man. Dino good. He good.
Y'all wrong, but y'all so wrong. Call that. Man. I mean, it's a spade. I get it.
Hey man, he good money, man. Because I mean, he was another one with like Collins that was on. If they had came in there and been flat, he probably would have been another one. Because they don't give him a couple of chances up there at Syracuse to hang on.
Bro, I cannot believe we about to go into October.
Yeah, I told you.
We are, and by the way, we are 25% done with the college football season.
Mm-hmm.
We are a quarter of the way through already, which is very disturbing and hurting my feelings right now. We got some big games to talk about coming up this week also. Outside of other topics, we got Kentucky and Ole Miss, 2 undefeated teams. We got Oklahoma, TCU. Mm-hmm. Hey, of course, we got Bama going to Arkansas.
That is my sleeper. That's my sleeper right there.
Of course, Wake Forest and Florida State, Texas A&M, Mississippi State, NC State and Clemson. We're gonna talk about all these games, man. We're gonna talk about all of them. He said Utah going to. Oh, Willis said Utah gonna beat USC. Okay,
and you know what? He might not be wrong.
Oh, he might not be wrong
because every time we do USC like this, we feel that they, now I ain't gonna say back, but they do a USC thing.
He's wrong.
So Dave, so we gonna get USC in the okay. All right. What if he wrong? Then they headed to the playoff. Because ain't nobody gonna take them out.
I mean, yeah. Okay, and look, wouldn't it be the most Iowa thing for Iowa to beat Michigan this week?
It could happen.
Yep.
With
that low scoring offense that Iowa would have screwed me 2 weeks in a row with
If Iowa beat Michigan, bro, I'm putting Iowa as my background for the whole day.
I'm not
right. Iowa is my new screensaver on my phone.
I'm just saying, man.
Nah, that over and under was 34.5, man. Them jokers scored a combined total. They scored.
You took the over?
Bruh. It was 34.5.
See, this is when we got to teach you. There's a reason why it's 34.5.
34.5.
Bro, this Auburn, Missouri just scored 31 points.
Didn't they tell you like they barely scored?
No, Iowa did
2 points.
They had 27.
Yeah, we talking about whole games here, though. I can't even help you right now because you just done.
Damn, Rutgers.
Hey, bro, that's not. No,
that was early, man. A damn field goal.
There you go.
They won a damn different team when Iowa State.
Anyway, don't do that. And on that note, fellas, we're gonna be out. We appreciate y'all, man. And one thing we need y'all to do, man, is definitely like and subscribe on YouTube. We want to be able to bring more to y'all. Want to do more. We need y'all to continue to like and subscribe on YouTube. Watch, share with your friends, man. Say, hey, man, I got these cool guys. They know what they're talking about. Holler at us. Come and do everything. You see right up there, Down South Football Podcast at the top right there. That's where we are on YouTube. Podcast name probably be gone soon, but that's all.
These cool guys and Dave.
That's I mean, that's one way to put it. I'll be the individual.
We got. It's getting to the almost not midpoint. We need 25%, but we're gonna get some interviews in now for some more people, some more stuff. But anything y'all want to see, somebody y'all want us to shout out, anybody y'all want us to bring on, let us know. Hopefully, we'll be able to take phone calls soon. That'll be interesting.
Oh God.
Oh, and that would be at a minimum though.
That would be.
That's gonna be. That's gonna be worth the price of admission right there. So
yeah.
But anything y'all want to hit us up on, man, y'all know y'all see social media, man. Like we said, roll to 1K and beyond. But first, roll to 1K, man. Like, subscribe, tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend. Holler back at us, man. Y'all see some shorts and stuff with us. If nothing else, we will see us Thursday night for the prediction show. Maybe we'll run a little contest or something. What? Oh, that boy say he want to see. Hey, Dave. He said he want to see a Stetson Bennett interview.
They would like to be busy on that day.
None under my watch.
I thought even they cut his camera off.
No,
he did say Stetson's name, right? Right.
Yeah.
Hey, look, we be like, hey, we been in chat like, Dave, we got Stetson Bennett for the interview. Dave gonna be like, all right, man, I got a meeting at whatever time.
What time is it? What time is that meeting? What time is it? 8 o'clock? Okay, that's what time my meeting is.
That's what time my meeting starts.
That's crazy, man. I hope y'all really like for real, like enjoying the college football season, man. Get into it, man. Get into it on all levels, man. Everything that's going on. Don't just watch the regular ones and stop watching helmets. Learn squads. Learn what we got going on. But for Down South Football Podcast, man, everybody that's on YouTube, we appreciate y'all. We're going to start doing the giveaways again for the people that log into YouTube. For real. Folks on Facebook, y'all better be liked and subscribed. I hope you are. Never know when we might just go YouTube only. So never know. But hey, we about this thing, man. Down South Football Podcast, man. We'll holler at y'all later, man. Peace. Ben didn't say go nose.
Nope.